I'm just rambling. I'm so excited about this video. Like, so excited. Today, finally came in. So today is a first impression of a highly anticipated palette. Today is also, aside from being a marvelous, marvelous day, a huge giveaway. I'm so excited. I'll tell you all the details and we'll jump into the palette right now. Let's head into the video. Alright you guys, so I'm going to try to contain my excitement because this is a really important video for me. It's not so much the palette, it's what I tell you guys about afterwards, the giveaway and what it's in it and all of that good stuff. I will talk about it at the end of the video, but for right now, I am really excited as well because, can you see that? Yay! The Natasha Denona Retro Palette. Now, the Retro Palette does not look like the mini Retro Palette. I'm sure you've heard of it already. It's a very different color story altogether. I may actually show you them side by side at the end of the video, but for now, it's a beautiful palette in its own right. So this is actually a first impression. This is my first time swatching it. This is my first time using it. So I'm thinking I'm gonna try to do 2 looks for you guys, 1 on each eye. That's gonna be a fun Instagram picture. But I'm gonna do 1 on each eye. And yeah, I'm not gonna babble anymore. I'm just gonna jump into this video. Before I do though, why don't you go ahead and pause and hit that subscribe button. It would really mean a lot. You can help me grow my channel. And I love talking to you guys. I just did a whole thing. I wasn't even recording. Oh my gosh. Alright you guys, so let's actually look at this palette. This palette is absolutely just stunning. It is so beautiful in person. I don't think the camera is actually gonna pick it up. But it's just a beautiful mauve-y, pinky, just deeper than just kind of like your nice baby pink type stuff. It's perfect for fall. It's completely up my alley. I love this. I'm excited to get into it. This one, just a couple of deets on it. I will insert the swatches, but this is one of her midi palettes, which is the in-between. She has the bigger ones that are like 129. This one is 65. And then she has the mini palettes that she has as well. So this is the most popular size because one, it's way more affordable. You get the same quality of as far as her eyeshadow formula for much less price. And the difference, so you know, is the bigger palettes, you just have bigger pans and these are smaller. But truthfully, if you have any kind of eyeshadow collection or just are in love with eyeshadow, you probably aren't going to even use this up. So I think it's perfect. Alright you guys, so my eyes are primed and I'm not quite sure which look I'm going to do. I'm looking at the swatches on my arm, which reminded me I actually need to show you the swatches. So pause for the cause and insert swatches. Sorry, you guys. All right, fam. So going from left to right, we have Glitz, which is a duochrome. Then we have Andy, which is a cream to powder. Then we have Jude, which is a metallic. Then we have Maud, which is a classic matte. Then Vivian, which is a cream to powder. Then we have Groove, which is a classic matte. And then Opart, which is a cream to powder. And then Psychedelic. I'm not sure which one that is. It's her new formula, I believe. And then we have Go-Go, which is a cream to powder. And then we have Patty, which is a cream to powder. And then we have Swing, which is a classic matte. Then Nude Mauve, which is a classic matte. I'm sorry, Swing was a metallic. And then Nude is a classic matte. Then we have Rebellion, which is a cream to powder. Hello, which is a metallic. And Amara, which is a classic matte. And I know Amara is from the Lila palette, so that one's a repeat. And I believe another one's a repeat, but I can't quite put my finger on it. So this is the palette swatched. Alright fam, so we're gonna dive in. My eyes are already primed. For primer, I use the Fenty Beauty Eye Primer, so this one here. I love this one a lot, it's actually a really good one. And I did not set it with powder. I'm just gonna make sure they don't crease on me. So I'm using my Mel Cosmetics brush. I can't really read it, so I'll try to like put it on the screen so you can see it. And the first color I'm gonna go into is Go Go. And I'll put the palette on the screen so you guys can see it a little bit better. And I'm gonna go ahead and put this all in my transition. I'm just gonna stamp it in right above my crease. Just place that. And then go ahead and blend that all the way across. Okay, you guys, so Go Go is in my transition area, and I kind of brought it out a little bit and started to wing it to the side. It's a little patchy, but that's not because of the shadow. I think that's because I didn't let my primer dry long enough, so it kind of stuck a little bit on the primer. But now I'm taking the same brush, and I'm going into the color Amara, and I'm actually just going to use a little bit of Amara because I want to start to deepen up that transition area and bring it slightly higher or slightly lower into the crease. So I'm going to actually take it and, oh, that's really pretty pigmented. Wow. That kind of came on heavier than I thought. Windshield wiper, kind of get that diffused a little bit. And I like to deposit, when you first put it in, you deposit the brush on your skin. That's going to have the most color in that area, so you guys will see it like right there, which is actually one of my favorite things to do because I like to wing the shadow out a little bit. Alright you guys, so I have Amara blended in the crease, and I'm just taking just a blender brush, just as my Fenty Beauty blending. That's actually what it's called. I'm just going to take this brush, no product on it, and just kind of really buff out those edges a little bit. So it blends into the first color more. The first color we used was Go Go. And I'm really wanting this look to really be mostly just kind of shimmer focused and really just, I don't know, ethereal, pretty. It's kind of more of an everyday. Well, everyday for me. I actually love shimmer. Alright, so that's done. I really want to try Jude. Jude is like a taupey, such a beautiful color. So I'm going to use my finger. I find that you get a better payoff when you use your finger anyway. So I'm just going to use my finger. So I'm going to go ahead and put this all over the lid, because now that that's on the lid, I'm using the same brush that we used for Amara. And I'm going to go ahead and blend that up and into the crease. I like that a lot. Alright, so what do we want to do next? Kind of want to give it a little bit more depth on the side. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm looking at my swatches on my arm. I'm going to go into the color Swing. And again, I'm using my finger. Take a little bit of Swing and actually just put this. Oh yeah, I like that. Can you see? Put it on the outer portion of my eye. And bring it down. Really get that outer V, like so. Okay, so I'm trying to use as many colors as possible. So what I think I'm going to do now is I'm going to go into the color either Glitz or Psychedelic. Alright guys, so I have my Sephora Pro Shader brush, this little one right here, and I'm going to go into the color Psychedelic. I'm going to place it with the brush and then see if I want to intensify the color, but for right now I'll just use a brush. I'm going to place this all on the inner corner. Oh wow, that's pretty. Sorry guys, I wasn't expecting that. It's so pretty. I'm going to wrap it around, so going from the first third of my eye, inner corner, all the way to the inner corner. Bring it up just a little. And I'm absolutely going to use some Fix Plus on the inside just to give it a bit more of a pop on the inside. But for right now, so pretty. I love this. Now we gotta move on to the bottom lash, lower lash line. Yes. All right, you guys, so I picked up my Sonia G Pencil Pro Brush, and I'm going into the color Go-Go, just a little bit of it. I'm gonna go from the inner corner to just past the middle and bring it down a little bit. And then now I'm gonna go back into the color Amara, same brush. Let me take it off. And I'm gonna place this, connect it to the top, and go to midpoint of my eye. I'm gonna go into the color Jude and place this, yeah, like this, from the inner corner to the midpoint of the eye. All right, you guys, so just real quick, I took my Patrick Ta, what is this called? It's the brown liner, and went just and smudged it a little here. I don't want it to be too dark. And then I took the black one and tight lined underneath, and just did a baby wing, which I like, but because this is, I want it to be a little bit more natural, I'm actually gonna take the color Rebellion, Sonia G brush, and I'm gonna just put that over the little baby wing that I have here, just so that it's not as harsh. All right, fam, so this is the first look. I suck at these like glam things. Just go like this. Maybe zoom it in a little bit. So this is the first look. I like it. And now we're gonna jump into the second look. I'm thinking definitely something that's a bit more sultry. I could make that happen. Let's see. All right, you guys, so for look number 2, I'm starting off with my Sigma eye shading brush, this E55. It's a nice dense packer brush. So I'm just gonna go straight into this one. Just get it, make it happen. All right, guys, so I'm gonna go into the color Rebellion and just pack that on. I'm gonna make this a halo eye. So I'm just gonna pack this color on the outer third and then the inner third of the eye. And I'm actually gonna bring it up just slightly so that it starts to create the wing in the corner. So I'm gonna pack it on and then blend it out. Okay, you guys, I actually wanted to pause to show you what I've done. It looks kind of crazy, but I packed it on right like that on both sides. And as you can see, it's a little higher on this side because again, I want to start to bring up that wing. And now I'm just gonna take a blender brush and blend so there aren't these harsh edges. Just blend it a little. And when I do my halo eyes, I like to connect it. You don't necessarily need to, so I'm gonna start to blend it up, blend it in and blend it up, and bring it to the center once I got that going. So I'm gonna do the same for the inside. All right, you guys, so I started to blend it out. Now I picked up my Sigma Diffuse Crease Brush, and I'm going to dip into the color Amara. And really this is going to go on the edges. Still keeping it close to the crease and bringing it up some slightly. And then bring it in as well. All right, fam, so now I'm actually gonna take the color Swing on my finger and place it just in the center where we have this gap and start to tap a little bit into the edge outside so that it blends with the with Rebellion. Okay, you guys, I'm trying to figure out what I haven't used. There's quite a few. I think I'm gonna go into the color Hello, put it on my finger, and just put this literally in the center. Oh wow, that's really pretty. Wow, that's like really pretty, guys. And then just a quick little blender brush just to kind of blend that together. Wow, it's like a really pretty color. Nice. I like that. I'm going to take a little bit of psychedelic, just a tad, and place it just in the center itself. I like this, like a lot. Alright guys, so moving on to the bottom, the lower lash, just gonna really pretty much repeat the top. So I'm gonna take my Sonia G Pencil Pro and going to stamp this color on the outer third, connecting it to the top. And then also, this is Rebellion, if I didn't mention that, in the inner third. Okay, so with Rebellion placed on the inner third and the outer third, I'm just taking a blending brush. Let me get one that you can actually get. Yeah, I'm just gonna take this blending brush. Use whichever one you have. And I'm actually gonna take, I thought I knew. I'm gonna take the color Andy, just a little bit. And do I like that? Andy's kind of light. I don't really like Andy right there. So we're gonna go backwards. I'm actually gonna put Rebellion where I had Andy, because I really don't like it. Andy, that is, not with this look. So now it's gonna be even smokier, which is fine with me. So yeah, I just had to kind of fix that. I didn't like that color with this one. Alright, so actually I'm gonna take the color Amara just a little bit and just kind of blend out the bottom a little bit to diffuse the edges and the inside. Notice I kind of do this and then bring it to the top. That really just kind of diffuses the edges and seamlessly puts them together. Sometimes this stuff sounds better in my head than when I actually say it out loud. Alright, so now I'm going to take the color, I want it to be a little bit brighter. I'm going to take the color, figured it out. Okay, so now I'm going to take the color Swing on my Refer 23. I cleaned it off from the last look. And fill in the inside, not the bottom. You guys can see that. Yeah, and I'm going to switch off the color, and then now I'm actually going to take the color Psychedelic and place it just in the center. Yeah, I think I'm going to use my finger because it's not taking my pinky. Maybe have a little bit more control. And press that in the center. Yeah. Alright, so I like that. Now for an inner corner. Why don't I take, I gotta switch off the color off this brush. I'm gonna take my Pro Shader, my Sephora one, and go into the color Glitz. Oh, that's a lot. Tap off the extra and place this as, oh wow, she's bright. My inner corner highlight. She's really bright. I wasn't expecting that with this look. Yeah, I toned that down just a little bit. And so I like that. Yeah. Well, now you can see. Sorry, guys. All right, so I'm gonna do some eyeliner and mascara on this side, and I'll be right back. All right, fam. So this is look number 2. I feel like such an idiot when I do that. I did do some stuff off camera though. I realized that I didn't do a brow bone highlight, so I went into the color Vivian and did that as a brow bone highlight for both eyes. And then for the rest, I just did a wing, and I used my Patrick Ta Black pencil to tightline underneath. And I actually used the color Groove for blush. It looks pretty scary if you see it like this, but I actually dipped my beauty blender into it and then took off the extra and used it as a blush. I like it, when I do mauve looks, I like the blush to be a little bit deeper and a little bit cooler. I think it just kind of blends the look together. So I actually used the eyeshadow for that. I'm talking quick because I want to get to my second part of the video after I give you my thoughts. Sorry, it's going to be a little bit longer. So it's a whole face of Natasha Denona, basically. So for lips, I can't read this. It's called Lala as a lip liner. It's pretty dark. So I actually just kind of put a little bit on it. I don't know if you guys can actually see that. Sorry if you can't. And then I use the I Need a Nude color 3B called Sammy. So I use this one here. And then on top of it, just to give it a little bit of gloss, I just wanted a nude lip. There's a lot going on both eyes, and I felt like this could go with both. I used the Lip Euphoria, and I think this one's called Tan Nude. Yeah. Voila. Okay, so my camera battery is about to die, so let me change that real quick, and then I'll give you my final thoughts on my first impression, and then we'll talk about the giveaway. My final thoughts on my first impression of this Natasha Denona Retro Palette. You know, I'm pretty biased for two reasons. One, I'll put it in frame. I really love Natasha Denona. I love the quality of her formula. She just can almost do no wrong. One palette was a little bit it was okay. But everything else has been just fantastic. And I love this color story. Like, this is just my thing. So I'm a little bit biased. But for you guys, to really be honest with you, you probably have these colors in a few other palettes. I mean, this is not a unique color story. I mean, it is pretty common, and it definitely comes out this time of year. I think all the time, truthfully. So in that respect, you know, do you need it for that reason? No, it's not a unique color story. But it is the first time Natasha Denona has put this in one palette. So the benefit of it is you get this color story in a really incredible formula and for a relatively decent price. So yeah, you know, other quick things about this palette, it performed great. Like, I didn't have any duds. I think that everything worked out, and you know, sorry guys, I'm pretty happy with it all. So would I recommend this palette? If you really love Natasha Denona formula, or if you want to try it out and you love this color story, then yeah, I don't have anything bad to say about it. So thumbs up for me. Now, for the really, really happy part of my video, aside from the fact that I love this Natasha Denona thing. Alright you guys, so indulge me for a moment. I'm going to tell a quick little story as to why this giveaway is so important to me. Last year was just the craziest of years. Like, everything I knew just kind of fell apart and just shattered in lots of different ways. And for the first time in my life, I was really faced with who I thought I was really wasn't, in the sense of, like, when you go through some things, you really learn about yourself. And I know that I can do it, you know, get in there and get it done. But the thing that I wasn't expecting was the fact that my confidence, when you get hit with some life stuff, it just can shatter your confidence or hit you right where it hurts. And that happened for me last year in many, many ways. And so what I found is two things during that time. I found the importance of self-care, and I found the importance of doing what brings me joy intentionally. And what brings me joy is expressing myself. And in the darkest of times, like, I was expressing myself through doing my makeup and putting on a fragrance that made me feel good. So these things really just, and I wouldn't even go anywhere, right? So doing my makeup and being able to express myself that way, and the fragrance that just kind of came with it, or the colors, that really helped me to get in touch with who I am through everything, no matter what's going on. And it's been such a confidence booster, and it just brings me joy. And so for that reason, I really wanted to be able to have a really big giveaway to do something like that for someone else. Like, hopefully the products that I'm getting ready to show you, you either are starting out your collection and you're getting a nice big start, or you're adding to your collection because you don't have Natasha Denona, or you're just adding. The only thing I would say is that really just, I hope they bring you joy. If you have them already, then just give them to someone else so that it can bring them joy. I'll show you the products. I'm sure that's what you want to see, and then I'll tell you about the rules. They're really super simple. So of course, because it's the Natasha Denona Retro video, you will get the Natasha Denona Retro Palette. This is mine, of course, because I just went through, but you will get a fresh new one. So you're gonna get this. And then, because it's fall and it's my favorite season and I want you to feel all kinds of goods and all that stuff, I'm also gonna give you one person. Oh, reflective, you can see everything on my desk. Let me just show you the box. The Natasha Denona Zindo palette. So, you're gonna get that. And then, yes, there's more. I'm gonna give you the Patrick Ta, I'm not sure what this is called, Major Dimension eyeshadow palette. I'll show you mine just so you guys can see the inside. So this neutral palette here, gonna give you that with, I was kind of teasing it a little bit because I kept using them in the video. You're gonna get the brown liner and the black liner. Oh, this brings me so much joy. And then also too, one last thing, because again, I mentioned fragrance, it's such a huge thing for me. This is new. I just opened it up so that I can show you. So when you get it, just know that you're seeing me open it right now for you guys. But I'm gonna give you the Olympia Paco Rabanne Olympia Legend. So I'll clean this off so it doesn't have fingerprints. So this really nice fragrance here, you're gonna get as well. And the reason I threw this, or not threw this, the reason that I'm putting this in there is because, again, fragrance is so important to me. It sets a mood. It helps you with your feeling. And this is kind of a perfect transition from summer to fall. I forgot there's one more thing to the giveaway. I was like getting ready. I'll put it on the screen, but I'm also giving you something to use the palettes with. This ColourPop brush set. I knew there was something else. Okay, so back to wherever I was in the video. Yay! So the reason behind this, again, I just told you, like, I want to bring you joy. I want, no matter what you're going through in life, no matter where you are, you know, you can't go wrong with doing the work on yourself and letting who you really are just come through. And it may surprise you. You may find out things about yourself you didn't know, things that you love, things that you want to change. But the way I was able to do it is through what I'm telling you right now. And so I wanted you to have some of my favorite things. I love mauves. It just makes me feel like girly and just love it. So I'm giving you a mauve palette. I love the palettes that have everything in them, so I call it a catch-all palette. Let me open up mine so you can actually see it if you haven't seen the Zindo palette. But this has everything in it. Warms, cools, it's just perfect for if you don't know what you want to do for the day, and definitely for fall. It's just perfect for that. And then also too, like, everybody can use a good neutral palette, and this is a pretty basic in the sense of, like, you have the colors, it's really easy to make a look. Whoops. Neutral palette, and then the liners to go with it. So it is my hope that this brings you joy. So how do you enter? All right, you guys, so the rules are really, really simple. I want you to, of course, subscribe to my YouTube channel and like this video, and then head on over to Instagram. You can find my Instagram through either About Me on this YouTube thing, or it's Christina Sheree on Instagram. Follow me on Instagram, and then send me a DM of what you're most grateful for. It can be anything. It really can be anything. I am so grateful for the progress that I made and where I am right now that it just makes my heart sing. So I want to just know, what are you most grateful for? And send me a DM, because that is actually how I will let you know who won. And then for bonus entry, tag a friend of yours on my Instagram post that is announcing this video. It's pretty simple, guys. Oh, how long? The giveaway is going to go from when this video airs, or I publish it, to why don't I say, let me actually pull this up. It's going to end in October, but why don't we just give it a date? Because it'll be October 3rd. So from now until October 3rd, this giveaway is live. And, you know, guys, I really appreciate your time. and I see you, and I see you and your beautiful self through this platform here. And yeah, I don't want to get all emo, but thank you for tuning in. And no matter whatever time it is for you, morning, noon, or night, I greatly appreciate that you gave me some of it. I'd love it also too if you hit subscribe, help my channel grow. But even if you don't, I love that you gave me some of your time. And have a good day, you guys. Bye.